Day 36. Letting God guide the way. Theme: trusting the one who sees farther than we do. What happens when God's guidance asks us to trust Him beyond what we can understand? For many days now, Lent has been teaching us to walk more slowly with God. We have reflected on waiting, on humility, on love, on kindness, on service. And somewhere along the way, another invitation begins to rise. Not simply to believe in God, but to let Him guide the way. Not only in the places where His will feels welcome and clear, but also in the places where the road seems uncertain. Because there comes a point in every life of faith when we must quietly ask, will I keep trying to guide myself? Or will I trust the one who sees farther than I do? There is comfort in knowing what comes next. There is comfort in having a plan, a direction, a road that feels familiar. The heart likes clarity. It likes to know where it is going, how things will unfold, and when the answers will come. But God often guides us in a gentler, deeper way. He does not always reveal the whole journey at once. Sometimes He gives only the light needed for the next faithful step. And for the human heart, that can feel difficult. Because trust sounds beautiful until it asks us to walk without seeing everything. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. This is not a call to stop thinking. It is a call to stop placing our limited understanding above the wisdom of God. It is an invitation to rest in the guidance of the one who sees farther than we do. Letting God guide the way is one of the quietest and deepest acts of faith, because it means we stop insisting that peace can come only when everything makes sense to us. It means we loosen our grip on our own timing, our own preferred outcomes, our own carefully arranged expectations. This does not mean we stop caring. It does not mean we stop planning or praying. It simply means we stop acting as though our understanding is the safest place to rest. How heavy life becomes when we try to guide ourselves through every unknown by sheer thought, sheer effort, sheer anxiety. How tiring to demand an answer for every turn in the road. But God, in His mercy, often leads differently. He does not hand us the whole map. He asks for trust. Because He sees what we cannot see. He sees where the road narrows. He sees where danger lies hidden. He sees where we must pause, where we must grow, where we must be protected from what we ourselves would have rushed toward. And so His guidance is not always immediate explanation. Sometimes it is quiet direction, a nudge, a slowing down, a closed door, a new burden, an inward conviction. A path that only becomes clear after we begin to walk it. This is where faith matures, when we no longer say only, "Lord, show me everything," but also learn to pray, "Lord, guide me, and I will follow." There is such peace in letting God guide the way, not because all mystery disappears, but because the soul no longer feels that it must carry the whole future alone. And perhaps that is the invitation today, to stop forcing clarity, to stop fearing every hidden turn, and to trust that the one leading you knows the road better than you do. Where in my life am I struggling to trust God's guidance because I cannot yet see the whole way ahead? Today, bring one area of uncertainty quietly before God. Name it honestly. Then pray, Lord, I do not see the whole way, but I trust you to guide me. Lead me one step at a time. Lord, I confess that I often feel safer when I can understand everything, but you call me to something deeper than certainty. You call me to trust. Teach me to rest, not in my own understanding, but in your faithful guidance. When I grow anxious about what lies ahead, steady my heart. When I want every answer at once, teach me to walk with patience. Guide me in the way that is right for my soul, and give me the grace to follow you with peace. Amen. God does not always show us the whole road at once, but He is faithful to guide the way. And when the one leading us sees farther than we do, we can walk forward without fear of the unknown. One step, one prayer, one act of trust at a time. Because the safest place is not always the clearest road, but the road where God is leading.